Hi, it's been a really hot, windy, eventful day here at treasure hunting headquarters in San Diego. So I thought I'd make a really quick video just to talk about a few things. Um, Mostly because I see a lot of people worried and concerned about Amazon gating certain categories. Those are health and beauty and groceries. They're putting some restrictions in on sellers, so I want to talk about that a little bit. um, had a good day on the whole this morning. I had a wonderful interview with Griff and Lee on eBay Radio. You can find the archive at ebayradio.com. That was really fun. I'm so grateful I got a chance to talk about treasure hunting and to talk about the really great Facebook group Treasure Hunting. We have so much fun in that group. Everyone's so friendly, so helpful. It was really nice to get a shout out for that. So that was the good. The bad is that we're a little bit on fire. About 10 miles north of me, the Bernardo fire is raging pretty badly. I think they've got it under control now, or partly under control. I can't smell smoke anymore. I can't see smoke anymore. This afternoon, we were a little bit concerned that maybe we might be evacuated. Oh, I don't know. I was planning what to do. I've never had to deal with this. I was like, do I grab the photo albums? No, no, not the photo albums. It's the jewelry, the Starbucks mugs, the perfume, my eBay stash. Oh, I'm bad. I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course I want the photo albums. Maybe. I don't know. So hopefully not on fire anymore and not going to be on fire. So the eBay stash is safe. So that's the other thing that's going on. So let me talk, and thank you everyone in the treasure hunting group who's been so nice and so concerned. You're all very sweet people. So we're watching out, we're being careful, keeping an eye on the news, but hopefully it looks like we're going to live to fight another day. So life is good. So let's talk a bit about these gated categories. Little bit of concern because a lot of newbies start with groceries and with health and beauty because they seem like easy categories to sell in. Anyone can walk into a grocery store, pick up a box of Pop-Tarts and get FBAing. Maybe a good idea, maybe a good idea. But Amazon are putting in some restrictions. And I found out about this morning because Laurie in my treasure hunting group brought it up. And she said, hey, did you know people in the Amazon seller forums are talking about these restrictions? So I looked, and sure enough, in Amazon's policies, they've put in these new restrictions. Now, they haven't sent out an announcement, or at least I haven't received one in my email, and I would usually get an announcement if something like this happened. So I looked, and it said, let me look at the policy. Amazon limits the addition of new sellers in the grocery and gourmet food category to ensure that customers are able to buy with confidence from all sellers on Amazon. The requirements for selling in this category reflect customer concerns about product quality, product branding, and consumer safety. Sellers must meet the requirements listed below in order to sell products in the grocery and gourmet food category. Now, these requirements are pretty much the same for health and beauty. It pretty much says the same thing for them. Once you've reviewed the category requirements, you can apply for approval by clicking the Request Approval button at the bottom of the page. So this is what it sets as the seller requirements. You must be registered as a seller on the professional selling plan, and you must meet these following performance targets. You need an order defect rate of below 1%, a pre-fulfillment cancel rate of below 2.5%, and a late shipment rate below 4%. So it's kind of the same as selling at Christmas. If you can meet the requirements for selling at Christmas, you're probably going to pass these requirements. It then says, this is a little bit more concerning, you must provide us with acceptable documentation and other information we request about the products you intend to sell. After you request approval to sell in this category, we will contact you with additional information. And the good news is you are not required to have your own company website. So It also talks a bit about how you must use the manufacturer's UPC code, but I don't think anything changed there. So I looked at this and I thought, well, all right, I'll apply. I'll click this request approval button and we'll see what happens. Now, I've been selling on Amazon for about 2 years. My metrics, touch wood, are pretty good. And I sold at Christmas 2 years in a row, no problem. And I applied. And very shortly afterwards, I got an email back. Greetings from Amazon Seller Support. You are already approved to sell in the grocery category, and no further information is needed from you at this time. You may list in this category now. Please note that certain products within the grocery category may be subject to additional listing restrictions. Thank you. So, I think there's a few things going on here. One thing, I mean, in a way this is good because hopefully it keeps the standard of grocery selling high, so we don't have to deal with a lot of problems with new sellers who come in and do strange listings or set up weird multi-packs or photographs or anything odd like that. It hopefully isn't really anything too much to worry about for anyone who's already on the professional selling plan. It does look like you'll need to move to that, but hopefully you're looking to be selling in that level anyway, unless you're a very casual seller, in which case you're probably sticking more with books or toys and not doing retail arbitrage and groceries. So it looks like they're moving groceries more towards professional sellers, which is probably, honestly, that's probably a good thing. I would recommend to newer sellers, if you're not feeling ready to enroll in the professional selling plan, to look at selling maybe books or games or toys or something very simple. Start with things in your own closets, and I would start that way rather than jumping straight in with groceries, and I would probably move to groceries a little bit later once you're on the professional selling plan. But I don't think that experienced sellers have too much to worry about at this point. I don't know about health and beauty. I haven't tried to apply there, and I have heard that that's slightly more difficult to get approval for, but this is just on hearsay. I do think that this is a bit of a sign of the times for Amazon. I think that there's two other things going on. There's Amazon Pantry we know about. And Amazon Pantry is a different service from Amazon. It's selling groceries not in bulk, and it's selling them cheap. It's very different from how we've been doing retail arbitrage groceries, which is price them high, sell multi-packs. Amazon Pantry is very different, and people are seeing that a lot of products in Amazon Pantry are being restricted from third-party sellers. So we know that's going on. We also know that Amazon are moving towards wanting insurance, that all sellers eventually will need insurance. So this is another thing that we're having to face up to with Amazon. And also, I think there's a lot of problems with manufacturers. We know Dunkin' Donuts and similar manufacturers are becoming very strict on their brands being sold on Amazon. And I do think this is a little bit of a sign of the times that there may be problems dealing with major manufacturers in future. So I think that there's strategies for dealing with this. I don't know if retail arbitrage is going to go on forever, selling major brands. I think there's a lot of scope for bundling up your own brands for buying generic products, and putting those together, making your own bundles from more generic items and not from big brands. I think probably buying from wholesalers, buying from authorized sellers, that's another step forward. And of course, private labeling, finding your own products and labeling them yourselves, maybe from Alibaba or similar wholesale sources. Be careful with those sources. Some of them, the quality is dangerous. There's counterfeits. But I think if you're clever, there's a lot of scope for what you can do away from big brands. Another thing is making your own products, printing up signs or stickers or making things like that. So I think there's a lot of scope to be creative. But retail arbitrage isn't dead yet. It's not dead yet. Most of us are probably approved for groceries, so there's no problem. Hopefully health and beauty will be the same. I would hold on to receipts for now. I would hold on to receipts very carefully and invoices, and make sure you have proof of where you buy products. So if Amazon do want documentation about what you're selling and where you're getting it from, you have all that to show them. And I think especially for health and beauty, that may become more important. I think there's more likely to be counterfeiting issues in health and beauty. So if you buy especially designer beauty products, shampoos, anything like that, I would hold on to your receipts just in case Amazon wants to see them. But for now, I don't think there's anything to worry about for more experienced sellers. And newer sellers, I think just start with other things. Build your way up to professional selling, and then hop into groceries and health and beauty. Do come in the Facebook group to talk about it. That's facebook.com/groups/Catherine Treasure. Do come and talk. It'd be really interesting to hear your thoughts on this, your ideas. But for now, don't worry. Keep treasure hunting, keep selling, and have a great day. Bye.